So welcome to our Soul Rising program overview. If you are here with us live, or if you are watching the recording, that means that you already have signed up for Soul Rising or you are interested in doing so. And so today, what we want to do is give you a little taste of what it's like to be a student with us, what it's like to be in one of our Soul Rising programs.
So, what is Soul Rising? Soul Rising is our 4-month program that is really designed with you in mind. It's designed to help you, it's designed to have a platform for everyone to step upon, to learn, to grow, to evolve from where they're at. And our program is really with you in mind and meeting everyone where they're at. And so we offer this 4-month program to unlock the healing power of your subconscious mind, to connect with your personal team of guides, your teachers, and your power animals, to learn to shamanic journey to non-ordinary reality, to invite in the healing power of Reiki energy, to truly connect with that energy and with ourselves, to heal trauma and to release limiting beliefs, to connect with your inner child, and to explore and implement your shadow work. And there's so much more that we offer here. This is just a little piece of what it is. Like Isabel said, you're just getting a taste, right, of what we have to offer. It's deep, it's profound, it's life-changing, and it's a lot of fun.
And what I love about hearing Chantel say all those things is she was actually a student before she joined us as a team member. So she has no personal stakes in saying, no, this is the best course ever. She actually truly fully has walked it and believes it because she was a student first. So she has been exactly where you are now and she knows what that process is like and firmly believes that it does have that power that she shared about.
It absolutely does. And if I can just quickly use a testimony on that is showing up, to Soul Rising. And well, at the time it wasn't Soul Rising, but being a student and witnessing myself as well as being witnessed by others for my personal transformation, for my business transformation, how I can show up for clients. It has been so life transformational. And the awareness that I have now of me is literally from this foundation because I really dedicated myself to it. I put everything into it. And Christine and Isabel, they met me where I was at and was ready to lift me and ready to take me where I could go. And here I am. And here we are. And this is just, yeah, it's just mind blowing to know how fast things can change in a few months. And it's if you use your dedication and you're committed, life can really shift in a very positive way.
Beautiful.
So this class is for everyone. It's for anyone who is a spiritual seeker at any level. And that can be where you're just starting to enter and dabble into the spiritual new age books or understanding synchronicities in your life. It can be really anything. And the clarity there is, are you called? Are you drawn towards learning, expanding, coming into alignment, right? So spiritual seekers are also people who have been doing this for 20 plus years. We have had many students who have joined the program and they're like, I've been doing Reiki forever. I've been doing shamanic work for a long time. And you are all welcome, right? This is giving you such a foundation of self-healing work that is so transformative. So we have had dozens and dozens of students who have been on their spiritual journey for a long time, as well as students who are just like, I'm so ready for this. I don't know anything about it and I'm ready to learn. So wherever you are on that spectrum, you are welcome to take Soul Rising because it will meet you where you're at. So for those who are working to work with and uncover or level up their spiritual gifts, this is for you. For those who are feeling called to work with nature in a deeper way, because you're going to be able to connect to nature in a deeper way. You're going to be able to shamanic journey to nature in a new way that you never knew was even possible. There are so many ways that we can enhance our understanding of energy and ourselves through this work. So this is also for those who are tired of being stuck in the same cycles and repetitions and self-sabotaging behaviors and patterns. This is totally for you because by doing the shadow work, you're able to break out of it to understand who you are in relationship with the world. And then you can stop seeing yourself as a victim and seeing yourself as the world is happening for me, not to me. And that's a powerful transition. So, those who are ready to do the deep work to heal the trauma and the limiting beliefs, this is for you. Those searching for their true purpose and passion in life, this is for you. And anyone who's ready to take their next step in their spiritual journey, this is for you. So the pillars are really the cornerstones of this program. And I love all of them. I can't say one shines brighter than another because they're all super important and an integral part of what we're offering here. So if you want to know what is Soul Rising, what are we doing? This is it. This is your 4 pillars. We have shamanism, energy healing, the chakras, and shadow work. And it's the combination that really creates such a sacred culmination of what you can do in this program. So the shamanism really is about understanding the spiritual world. How do you work within the spiritual world and realms to heal yourself? Who's your spirit team? What spirit guides, what power animals, what elementals are there to support you in your walk in life? While you are in this human suit, how does the spirits show up for your life? So this is about embracing the healing power of nature. It's about working with the medicine of the 7 directions. And that's the shamanism element. So we're really learning on how to do the healing work for ourselves through shamanic practices. And then we bring in the energy healing. And the Reiki is such a foundation piece to understand how energy works, how we can attune ourselves to receive Reiki and do self-healing work, how we can understand that everything is energy is such a key component to like meeting shamanism where it's at, right? So we are learning how to activate your own innate healing power, because as mentors, we're only providing you a space so that you can learn that you are your true own healer. We aren't the gurus. We're not going to tell you what to do. That we're giving you the power and the tools and the techniques so that you can heal yourself. And energy healing is one of those tools. So you can heal yourself. And then therefore you can go on to heal your families, your community, your world. It's all this, the first steps, the foundations. And what we're going to do is we're going to work through the 7 primary energy centers. This program focuses on the first 4, meaning root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, and heart. And when we work through those first 4, this program is like so many other, this is unlike so many others, because oftentimes in the energy world, in spiritual practices, we're focusing all on those upper chakras, where it's how do you develop your clairvoyancy? How do you just bring everything up here? And in a way, it's a little bit of spiritual bypassing when we don't work on our 4 primary chakras, because there you're going to find your root limiting beliefs. There you're going to find the inner child who is wounded. There you're going to find all of the traumas that you have been holding on to and carrying with you into relationships, right? So when we can really understand the chakras as a roadmap to healing on all levels, emotional, physical, psychological, and spiritual, you're going to do the deep healing work. And that's where the shadow work comes in. We're going to utilize the lens of the chakras to fine tune and focus in on the shadow work, meaning how can we meet and heal that inner child? How can we process past traumas? How can we release the limiting beliefs? How can we do the deeper healing work to become and embody our higher, most grandest versions of who we are? And that is why this program is magical, is because we honor all of them. It's not just one, it's how do we do this in an integrated way for the best possible outcomes for you.
And I'm just going to add really quickly to that, that with those pillars, with these 4 areas that we teach in the course, it's designed to help you on all levels of your being, like Christine just said. So you guys heard me say at the beginning that I love finding those scientific connections. So if you do too, knowing that all of these, they're designed to work with your energy, they're designed to work with your spirit, but they're also meant to work with you psychologically to help you process emotions and limiting beliefs or traumas that got stuck in your subconscious mind. They will impact your neurology. So it's been shown that shamanic journeys actually change the way that your brain can process things, and it'll help you process your past traumas or memories that have gotten stuck. We were literally working to change the structure of your subconscious mind so that you can live your most expansive life. It's going to change your physiology. We've had students go through this course and come out without an autoimmune disease because everything is energy. And so when we're working on the energetic level, when we're bringing in the level of psychology where we're looking at our emotions and our thoughts, and we're also making sure that we're nurturing our physical self, just like we have those four directions with the shamanic directions, we also have these four pillars of the course. And by doing that, we are creating a container where we have no choice but to transform. If you step into the course and you do the work, and you're open to the content and you show up for class, there it is impossible to not progress because of the way that we have set this up and the way that we're approaching this information. And so this kind of goes into how the class itself is organized. This is one of the most common questions that we get. So we have an orientation period for about 2 weeks at the beginning of the class, as well as a Reiki 1 training. The Reiki 1 training is open to every Soul Rising student, whether you are brand new to Reiki or you've had your Reiki 1 for 20 years and you just want to get reattuned and you want to feel into how do we teach Reiki here at Moon Rising. And then we move into the four main modules. So the course is broken up into four main modules, and each module has a shamanic direction: north, west, south, and east. It has one of the lower four chakras. So we start with root. The next module covers sacral. The next module covers solar plexus. And the module after that covers heart. And so we're building on our knowledge as we go. And as we're doing that, as we're getting the knowledge from that shamanic direction, as well as the structure and the roadmap to healing from that chakra, each module has pre recorded content that covers shamanic training, shadow work training, chakra knowledge, and so much more. And so the course, each module is broken up into a week. So you have four main modules, and each module has 4 weeks. And every week, you have a set of pre recorded videos that you watch, and then you bring those to class. And we have a live class. Typically, we have about 3 live calls a week, but you only have to come to one because we cover the same content every live call each week. So if you miss a call, you haven't actually missed anything. You just watch those pre-recorded videos that you have in the corresponding week in your course. You bring those materials to the live call, and then we do the work in person with your fellow students to integrate that into your daily life. And so if you have questions, if something feels a little hazy, if you're not sure how this applies to you, you bring it to the live call and we help you through. And so not only are you getting that community support, but you're also going to get one-on-one support, because in the group, you'll be assigned to a circle mentor. So either myself or Chantel, and we'll be your primary contact throughout the course. And what this means is that you have a question outside of class, you message us. You're feeling a lot of things and you need a session, great, we've got you. You get to have this personal support in addition to the group support in the class, so that, again, on all levels, you are held and supported in this space. And so, again, one of the intentions for tonight was to see what's it like to take a class with us. And so we're going to give you a little mini lesson on the four shamanic directions. We've mentioned them a couple times. We called in all 7 directions at the start of this call, and we've mentioned that our modules are set up based on the directions. But what are they? Why are they important? So I'm going to let Chantel kick us off with North.
Okay, so with North, when we call in our directions, we're connecting to the spirits of that direction, the elements of that direction, the energy of that direction, and to ask them to come in and provide support for us, as well as us connecting with their energy. So with North, North is the element of earth. This is our root chakra. So when we're working with our root, when we're working with the earth, we are working with stability. We're working with feeling secure and having a sense of security within our life, to create a really strong foundation for ourselves, for our healing, for our growth, for releasing what needs to be released, and also with our core beliefs. So when we're a child and our root is being developed, we are being raised and conditioned by our parents, and those are the conditionings that we go through life with, even into adulthood. And so when we're going back and working with our root, we're going back to those core beliefs, and we're releasing what doesn't serve us here and now. We're healing what needs to be healed. We're allowing ourselves to bring in that sense of security, that stability that root can offer, and really connecting with the element of earth, going out into nature, tuning into nature, connecting with, animals and birds, and doing all kinds of, like our shamanic journey and everything. So when we connect to that, that builds our foundation for healing as we travel up into the upper chakras.
And so then we move into West, and West is our water element. So, West, according to shamanic traditions, is really this place where we are connecting with the flow of life, understanding that life comes in those waves and that ebb and flow that we see in the tide, and reminding us that water is the thing that connects everything. Everything in this universe has a connection to water. And so we're reminded that just like that saying, the ocean in a drop and a drop in the ocean, that's really what West symbolizes. It's this idea of flowing with life and leaning into the curiosity of those depths. Because again, just like the ocean, we have the ability to stay up on the shallow end or we can dive really, really deep. And so this course invites you to do that deep healing work, but we're going to use and call on the energy of the West to make that a curious place to be instead of a scary or intimidating place. We're going to find our way to flow through our healing and to dive into those depths with courage and love and trust. And also, our water element, if you know your chakras, is connected to our sacral chakra. And our sacral chakra is all about creativity and manifestation and connecting with our inner child. And so, those are aspects that we bring in this course as well, of rekindling our ability to have fun and play with life. Again, West is all about trusting in the flow of life. And it's not until we're in that state of trust that we can have that fun and play, that we can be creative, that we can awaken our inner child. And so West really brings all of this together into this point where we can lay back and we can know that the universe has us, life has us, that we are exactly where we're meant to be, and we can tune into that flow whenever we need to.
Yes. And then we move up to solar plexus with that south energy, that fire energy. And that fire is so illuminating. It just wants to burn away everything that doesn't serve you. It wants you to find your own internal light and share your inner truth. And that's your identity. It is your self-worth. It is your motivation. It is your passion, your purpose, your self-esteem. And so when you can allow the fire to burn away all of that doubt, all of that self-criticism, all that negative self-talk, you step into a space of transformation where you can say, this is who I am, and I love myself. This is who I am, and I'm going to share my gifts. This is who I am, and I'm motivated to share my wisdom with the world. I share my passion with the world. And if someone doesn't like it, guess what? I'm going to burn it all to the ground. There's a bit of that fiery essence that says, you know what? I don't care what other people think because this is who I am and I'm going to shine my light anyway. And so when we do this work in solar plexus, when we're welcoming then that south, when we're welcoming then that fire, we really get to stand in the flames and rise like the phoenix to be our true, authentic personhood. It's all about not only autonomy, but it's all about authenticity. It's about understanding who you are and not feeling bad about it. And how can we share that with life? And so fire is a really powerful space to be within the coursework because we're allowing you to have moved from, I got grounded, I found my flow, I did the inner child work, and now what? Who am I? What's my passion? What's my purpose? What do I still need to let go of so I can be who I am before we enter into air for east, for heart?
And then that does take us into our heart chakra, our heart center, into the direction of east and the element of air. And this is really about new beginnings. This is taking us into the higher perspective. So now that we've done all of this work through our root, sacral, and solar plexus, now we kind of get to get a bigger picture of what's happening. And so as we're releasing trauma and grief and all the heaviness that we can store in our heart center, we can now breathe through our breath and transmute into a new being, into a new perspective of ourself, offering in new beginnings, being open to new beginnings, being open to the wisdom of who we are, what our heart has to say to us, tuning into that inner voice, because we're now shifting from being in our mind, being mental, and coming into our heart center and listening for that inner voice, tuning into um our intuition and really illuminating that, being more heart-based, having more heart connections with people, and then having that compassion, the compassion for ourselves, the compassion for others, to bring in forgiveness for those who have hurt us or situations that we've held on to, forgiveness for ourselves for not knowing, better at the moment, but working from the perspective that we had at the time, and to really bring in that balance. And this is where the heart is that bridge between our upper chakras and our lower chakras, our earth chakras and our spiritual chakras. And so as we bridge that gap and do that healing within our heart center, it allows us to really rise up and be prepared to do the spiritual work that we're here to also do. But as humans, as people, we need to ground. We need to connect. We need to go through all of the experiences of our lower chakras. So that way, when we're in our heart, we're ready to open and expand and to be willing to see people for where they are, to know we're all on our own journey, but we have to connect and love and forgive and move through this. And that is what the heart does. It allows us to show up in a different way that that is so forgiving and so nurturing and caring. And that's what our heart can do for us.
This is how we're going to take you from feeling like you're just stuck, like you're broken, like you are that people pleaser that can't say no, that you're always putting others before yourself, into feeling confident and empowered, knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be, knowing your passion and your purpose in life, and being able to step up and really step into that highest version of yourself. And so I wanted to share a couple of testimonials that we've had from some of our amazing students, starting with Emily, who said that she now has the tools and the know-how to truly release those limiting stories and beliefs and pull herself out of whatever victimhood mentality still resides in her. She's ready to step into her power and claim it. Then we had Lisa, who said she's feeling great about the content and what she's learning. She's feeling more confident with receiving intuitive information during Reiki sessions. I don't know how many members of the community will message me and be like, how can I trust what I'm receiving? Or how can I receive more information? This course will help you do that. We have Diana, whose podcast episode came out today, August 30th, if you're here with us live. And I highly recommend you go listen to it because her story is so powerful. But she shares that she went into the course not liking herself very much, and she can now definitively say that she likes who she is, which is a huge, huge shift. And I think about how many of us would love to be able to say, you know what? Yes, I do like myself. I do. And I'm glad to be who I am. And so that's something that will help you shift into in this course. Jeannie said that we exceeded her expectations and she learned so much more than she thought she would learn. And Emily C. said it was hard for her to believe that she's the same person who started Soul Rising in February. It's been a gift that has given her invaluable tools to heal her past and her future. And so this is just the beginning. These are just some of the amazing transformations that we've seen happen in this program. And we're inviting you to experience the same for yourself.
Thank you, everyone, so much. Feel free to reach out to us on Facebook Messenger if you have any other follow-up questions. We look forward to you joining Soul Rising. We are here for you, to support you, to honor you and all the gifts that you have to offer. And we cannot wait to start working with you on September 8th.